Hey Gemini, welcome back to my channel. This is Nayanda back again to give you your actual tarot reading for the month of January. I think that I might just conjoin the next few signs for this because I just don't have the attention span, you know, ADHD queens. But so we're gonna try to work smarter, not harder. So do make sure that you're checking all of your other placements for a fuller message. In case this one does not resonate with you, do not force it to fit. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, the information is found in my bio below. Oh, I just lost my breath, Gemini. That came out of nowhere. I'm getting a sense of anxiety, ungroundedness a little bit, which I think I did astrologically speaking in the month of January. I do recall that there was a little bit of tension or maybe some abrupt changes. There was a lot of 8th house energy happening with you this month, and the 8th house does represent it could represent occultism. It could represent addictions. It definitely is a regenerative house. So it's the darkness. It takes you deep, deep down into the shadows of your soul. And when there's a stellium there, it's almost kind of like it's provoking whatever it is that's deep down there to come out, to be healed and to be regenerated. So with that having been said, whenever there's an 8th house transit or even an 8th house overlay with another individual, it always comes with a certain level of intensity. And also, maybe it's a little bit hard to break free from, if that makes any sense. The 8th house is also ruled by scorpionic things. It's also ruled by shared finances as well. So it could also manifest itself as like some issues coming through with shared finances. Or even maybe something coming through with shared finances. But yeah, so there's a lot of really intense energies that is going through your chart, very specifically if you're a Gemini rising, but I've noticed that it actually is falling in line with a lot of Geminis that I do know personally. Sorry. Anyway, but yeah, so we're going to go ahead and pull messages for both career and finance as well as love. I do have extra cards that I did want to use for your love messages because I do have channeled messages here as well. So we're gonna get into that. Let me grab those because I don't have them here. Hold on one second. I heard that there might be some sort of jealousy being ignited, or maybe something that I say might incite some sort of jealousy. I'm almost being encouraged to encourage you to explore that jealousy instead of like acting according to whatever impulse it is that you're feeling. Find out why it is that you're feeling that way and explore those feelings, as uncomfortable as it may be. When it comes to Sagittarians and Geminis very specifically, you guys tend to want to, for Sagittarians specifically, it's like spiritually bypassed. Like it's like, oh, I'm higher than this. But Sagittarians typically struggle really hard with negative emotions, and Geminis do as well. Gemini is a very lighthearted sign. It likes to keep things very, very, I don't want to say shallow, but the depth is not something that most Gemini placements it's not a strong suit. That's definitely more of the Capricorns and the Scorpios and even the Pisceans, believe it or not. But yeah, there's something about, there's going to be really dark emotions provoked inside of you in the month of January, Gemini. And the more you try to fight them, the more you're going to start to see things fall apart around you. And the reason for that is because when darker energies, more negative feelings are coming out of our subconscious, you have two choices. Either you choose to explore it and to overpower those darker urges or those darker feelings, or you succumb to them yourself and just become an embodiment of all things negative. Like, have you ever met somebody that like they're just a fucking miserable human being? Like, no matter what it is, they're never happy for themselves. They're never happy for anybody else. They can never celebrate anything that goes on with anybody else. They're always trying to start shit with somebody. They're always talking shit about what somebody else is doing. They're always just gossip this, gossip that, and then when they're triggered, they try to make it about everybody else. It's like, specifically with narcissistic personality disorder, that's something that you do see a lot of, where it's like a, I need to attack you because I feel insecure and I can't handle my own insecurities. So now I'm gonna make it a you problem. There's some energy about that going around, but we're just gonna get right into your reading. So can I have something about the month of February maybe significant for you? Can I have messages for Gemini for the month of January? I'm also hearing something about September. So we have something about needing to release a connection, Gemini, and to envision your reality. There's something about you thinking you need things that you don't need. I'm gonna to go ahead and read this Sacred Waters card to you because I feel like it needs to be read. So it says that this card comes to a reading when you are ready to heal wounds that have troubled you for many moons, perhaps lingering pains from things lost or the weight of the past that creeps up to haunt you at night. Pulling sacred waters is a sign that you will soon be renewed and your soul will release the cords that have bound you to hurtful memories of old. That's what I was getting. I swear to God, this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. Oh my God. Okay. Anyway, you may not know what needs to be healed. You could be carrying baggage that isn't immediately present in your consciousness, but the effects of such deep healing will become evident in the changes happening around you. Do not question the blessings coming into your life. They are here because you are slowly learning to wash away the blocks that have previously prevented such abundance. I'm going to get to that in a second. Sacred waters remind you to be gentle with yourself in the coming weeks. Difficult emotions or painful memories may surface, but this is your spirit bringing them to your awareness so that you can be healed for good. If you do experience painful memories, allow them to wash over you. Do not try to overcome what you feel or allow yourself to feel guilty for what you're feeling. Simply experience the wave, allowing it to pass at its leisure. That's exactly what I was getting for you, Gemini. It's almost kind of like you might be holding on to some painful memories or painful experiences from the past. And for some of you guys, it's almost kind of like I said, there's like a reluctance. You don't want to address it. It's almost kind of like I'm hearing you don't want to address reality for some of you guys. Like this could come in the form of like, for example, you getting evicted, right? And it's like instead of just allowing yourself to rebuild yourself up financially, you're trying to push and fight and argue with management, but management already has like evidence of like months back of rent not being paid. You're never going to get back into that place. Does that make sense? Or it's like, let's say that you were slacking off at work, right? And you end up getting fired. Instead of just taking that L and then learning the lesson, you might be more inclined to go try to sabotage that manager or sabotage that boss or sabotage the company or something like that, which ultimately, in those heightened emotions, they sound justified. But if you would just explore those heightened emotions, not only would you be able to get past them and get over it, but you also would keep from digging yourself in a deeper hole. Because typically when we're overreacting emotionally, or when we're acting out of sheer passion or sheer emotion, which I'm guilty of myself, honestly, we tend to not think about the consequences of our actions because we tend to think that we're so justified in feeling what we're feeling that obviously because I feel what I feel, I'm justified to intervene, or I'm justified to do this because I don't feel good. And that's not how the world works. You could feel whatever the fuck you want. Nobody's responsible for making you feel good about yourself. Nobody's responsible for making sure that you're successful. And nobody's responsible for like keeping you from experiencing the consequences of your actions or the consequences of what's going on. Nobody's responsible for any of that except for you. And there is a little bit of emotional immaturity if you do believe that it's other people's problem. Your problems are other people's problems. Does that make sense? Your heartache is that person's problem. Right? It's like the desire, it's almost like an innate urge to project it onto somebody else, because maybe innately you might actually feel like if I accept accountability for this, then I'm gonna have to accept other negative aspects of my personality that maybe I've been dodging because maybe deep down you don't like yourself, which that was not all of you guys, but that was a message in the January horoscope, was addressing what don't you like about yourself and why don't you like it, and what can you do to either one, make you like yourself better, or two, I almost cried just then, make you like yourself better, or to make yourself feel better about life. And that's not an easy thing to explore, because ultimately, more often than not, when we're struggling with, I heard our demons, like our darker nature, we typically function out of a survival mindset. I don't know if that's a little bit of a hint for you. I'm getting chills, but it's like, where do you feel ungrounded? Where do you feel unsafe in being yourself? Like when you have expressed yourself, when you have expressed yourself authentically in the past, whether that be childhood or whatever, what was the response? The genuine response. Don't analyze it from a wounded perspective. What was the genuine response? And was it something that you did? that elicited that response? Or was it something that you did that maybe just wasn't accepted by people? And you understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to go deep into it because I'm not your psychologist. Get your own psychologist. I'm not doing it. I'm the therapist, okay? But yes, and then we have seasons and celestial alignment. So it's necessary for you to get past this season. If you look at Nana Buruku, she's crying, okay? But everybody's at the top and then everybody's at the bottom. Everybody, what comes up must come down. And it's, you really have to understand in life that just because you're going through a negative period or a bad period does not mean that you're gonna have a bad life. I've gone through a lot of really bad shit in life. And it really is how you get back up and start moving again. But yeah, so we're gonna, look at this worthiness. I'm telling you, there's something about your self-worth that's coming out here. So we're gonna get a general message, and then we're going to get messages for career and finance, and then romance, and then we'll get out of here, Gemini. So let's go ahead and get into it. What is I guess, my lack of structure. I guess that is the general message. So let's go ahead and get into career and finance for you, Gemini. I'm hearing practice makes perfect. There we go. We got the Wheel of Fortune up, right? Oh, shit. Somebody here might be Jamaican. Oh, bitch. My sister's half Jamaican. She has a Gemini moon. That's so fucking funny. Okay. We also have Aries energy coming through here. What do we have for career and finance for Gemini for the month of... I'm hearing September and October could be significant for you for the month of January. I'm hearing till kingdom come. Till kingdom come. I'm not sure if some of you guys are going to church right now or you're considering going to church. Ooh, okay. Okay. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Scorpio. We have Aries. We have 2 Scorpio cards. So, this is that message I was talking about earlier. So in the month of January, this King of Cups reverse could be you, Gemini. Somebody, I'm hearing naive. Somebody, it could be you, Gemini. Like maybe you're going into something naive, like naivety or something like that. It's like there's something that you're doing or that you want to do that you can't do. Naive. How would I define naive? Naive, it's like an immature perspective. It's a lack of experience, okay? So when somebody's being naive, it's almost kind of like gullible a little bit, like easily falling for things or easily falling into things. That energy is here, especially with the full reverse. It's almost kind of like there's something that you want to go into. And I'm seeing that it's being blocked. There's been a tower moment. So something has come crashing down, okay? And it's almost kind of like Gemini. It's either somebody's manipulating you or you're trying to manipulate somebody for like luck or like opportunities or something with this Wheel of Fortune up right here. But it's not working in the month of January. Like, I'm hearing something about sending text messages. You're overburdened about something in the month of January when it pertains to your career, and you're trying to get this victory, but you're trying to do it through deceitful means. Maybe that's what it is that you need to explore in the month of January, if this resonates for you, Geminis, okay? Why is it that you can't follow the straight and narrow? Maybe that's the till kingdom come thing. Maybe you've been trying to do something, and like, if you're trying to go like the same route that's been closed off to you, you're gonna be trying till kingdom come. Does that make sense? It's like that door is never gonna reopen to you. That door is closed. You need to ask yourself why you keep trying to go to that door. And it's also kind of like somebody here does not know how to, either you're perceiving something very negatively, and whether that be yourself or your own abilities, and that's the reason why something is not manifesting for you, or you're trying to be manipulative or trying to manipulate something and it's not working. This could even have been like you being separated from a business partner, a business partnership, and now you don't know what to do. This could have even been you being codependent on somebody. Maybe you put your future, I'm hearing, her daddy, I don't know, maybe you have daddy issues. Hello. It's almost kind of, or maybe like you're a daddy's girl or something. I don't know. My dad wasn't around like that. But what my point that I'm saying is, like, you only know one way of doing something. So whether that be like maybe you were overly reliant on your parents, or maybe you've never been independent before, and now it's like maybe you kind of got into a partnership with somebody thinking that like they're gonna do all the work, right? I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna sit pretty and they're gonna give me everything. Like I said, it's like giving like daddy's girl, or like an only child, like of actual parents that were around. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, you know, I cried and then daddy gave me this, or I cried and then daddy gave me that, or I just have a struggle and, you know, I play damsel in distress and then somebody comes and fixes it for me. It's kind of like that kind of energy, but it's not working anymore. For some of you guys, I'm hearing sugar baby energy. And I'm also, this sounds really fucked up, I'm hearing aged out, which, okay, that's gonna sound really fucked up. I don't want to go too deep into that, but when I'm hearing aged out, what's almost kind of giving me, some of you guys might have been in like that, like when I heard daddy, it could be like a sugar baby, sugar daddy relationship, and you aged out. I'm sorry, that's for some of you guys. It's like, you know how like Leonardo DiCaprio, like he won't fuck with anybody past 25. He's not looking for anything serious. That's really what it comes down to. So it's like, you know, you get with this young, naive, immature girl, give her the world, right? And then as soon as she gets too old, you kind of just whoop out of there. That's for some of you guys. I don't know who that applies for. That sounded really heartless. I'm not saying any of this to take any shots at you, Gemini, but there is an energy of you wanting a victory but not wanting to work for it. And maybe because of the lack of working for it, or the lack of creating your own foundation for something that you want to experience in life, or something that you want to have. I think that my grandma always said, if he can feed you, he can starve you. I don't know if I've ever told you that before, Gemini, but my grandma was really big against, like, don't let anybody build something for you from the ground up. You can let them, have them help you with the tools, whatever like that, but ultimately you need to make sure that you're doing your own shit and that you have your own shit, because if this person or that person or whatever person changes their mind and you don't have your own foundation, oh, you're shit out of luck. If he can feed you, he can starve you. Does that make sense? And honestly, what it kind of looks like in the month of January is maybe there was a business partnership that fell through. Somebody wasn't carrying their own weight, or somebody could have been financing you, Gemini, and then you and that individual have a falling out. And it's like, it's almost kind of like you don't, anyways, it's almost kind of like without another person, you don't know what to do with yourself, and it's very codependent. It's like in the month of January, you might even, I'm almost kind of getting this happened already. Like the universe orchestrated it though, if that makes any sense. Maybe you were trying to rush to like show proof of something, and it doesn't look like it's working in the month of January. There's no, but it's almost kind of like there's no passion, there's no inspiration, there's no motivation outside of somebody else just giving it to you. And that's an issue, Gemini, because that shows that you don't think that you're worthy of something. Does that make sense? It's like, why wouldn't you? If somebody's not putting it in your lap, why wouldn't you chase after your dreams? Like if somebody, okay, let's say that this business partnership falls through. Well, did you not really want to do it like that? And I always tell people that. It's like a lot of people like to talk and talk. But they don't actually take the action to make it happen. And there's a reason why people don't take the action. Like, for example, maybe you don't think that you're good enough, right? Maybe you don't think you can make it. Maybe you don't have enough follow through, and it's like, you know that, and you feel bad about it. You understand what I'm saying? It's like there's something internally inside of you that is stagnating you. It has nothing to do with other people. That's what I was getting earlier. It's like there's this desire, like let's say that you get fired, but you know, I don't know why I keep wanting to say, daddy gave me this job. Like there's something really infantilized and childish coming through, where it's like but daddy gave me this job, what do I do otherwise? It's like that. I hope that doesn't sound like a shot, Gemini. It's just like that's what's coming through. It's like so used to getting handouts that the universe is trying to guide you to learn how to stand on your own 2 feet. Especially if you lost everything because of this. Why would you want to go back to a situation that's not stable? Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like I don't know, Gemini. Can I get more information on this King of Cups reversed? You dealing with a Leo here? Ooh. Yeah, somebody might have heard some gossip about you, or like a secret came out about you, and This King of Cups reversed is somebody else. Clarity on the Three of Cups reversed. You could be dealing with a Scorpio for real. Whatever this gossip was that came out to you or about you led to the end of a cycle, like completely. Like the Death card in the World, the cycle's done, Gemini. It's done. It is done. And if I'm being completely honest with you, whoever this manager was of yours is happy about it. And I'm not saying that to take a shot, I'm just saying it to let you know. It's like if you were trying to get back at this job or back with this benefactor, whatever it is that happened, this person wasn't... the person that you're trying to reconcile with for business purposes feels relieved at the fact that they're not in this partnership anymore. I don't know who needs to hear that though. Does that make sense? It's like whatever gossip that came out, it's almost kind of sounding like, you know, when a manager, I know because I've been in management before, where it's like you have like an unruly employee, and this could be you could be the employer too, Gemini, so put yourself where you belong. You could be the manager that is like, you had an employee or something like that, or a business partner, and like maybe you are bound by like a contract or some shit, but like the contract had stipulations, and it's like the stipulations in the contract means that if you violate these stipulations, then we can like nullify this contract, right? And it's like you're working with this individual and they're not doing shit, they're not about shit, they're actually a burden to you, they're not doing anything, they're carrying their own weight, and all you're hoping for is for that person to violate, like just please violate one of these stipulations and I can drop this. And then that person finally violates the stipulation and is like, fuck yeah, okay, good, we're done now. It's like that kind of energy. So that could be you or the person that you're dealing with, Gemini, where it's like you're waiting for, or this person is waiting for somebody to fuck up. And it's like, as soon as they fuck up, yep, we're done now, bye. It's like, it's kind of like that. And it's like, if you're the person that fucked up, Gemini, and you're trying to get back into this job, you're not going to get back into that job because they were trying to find, that sounds hurtful. Whoever this person or this business was trying to find a reason because you were not carrying your own weight. So as soon as that reason cropped up, you were gone. Or this could be you, like you're the manager. And it's like, yo, honestly, this person's not carrying their own weight. This team's not, I just need them to, I told them I'll give them one more chance at the review, but I need them to fuck up just one more time. And then they finally fuck up and then you can fire them. It's like that kind of energy, Gemini. But either way, there's a need to be able to move on because it's like somebody here, and it looks like you though feels trapped because of it, but that's because you need to open your mind to other possibilities or other ways. Like you can't force something to happen. I don't know if some of you guys are used to being like handed everything on a silver platter. Child, I don't know, but that's not a good way to live. That's just my opinion. But anyway, what advice do we have for Gemini in the career and finance? I'm hearing back and forth. Yeah, there's something about your relationship to either your family that made you codependent. It's like, it's almost kind of either you or the person that you're dealing with. There's this energy here of like wanting to sit back and relax. Like just sit back and sit pretty. And it's not working. It's almost kind of like a clarity on this Knight of Swords reversed. Yeah, then we have the King of Pentacles here. Yeah, it's almost kind of like a going back and forth because you don't have any inspiration. But it's because of some ungroundedness when it comes to your upbringing. Clarity on the Ten of Cups reversed. I won't go too much into that. Yeah, there's something here about quick fixed. I was gonna say instant gratification, but then I heard Instagramification. So it's almost kind of like you might be rushing just to be able to post shit online, just to be seen. That's also there. But the advice here, Gemini, is that you need to decide whether you're going to do something or you're not. If you're going to do something, you need to find a way to make it happen yourself. Okay? You can't be in and out of it. You can't be flighty with it. You can't blame it on other people, talk shit about people that are doing it, nothing like that. I think Beyonce said that one time. You need to take the action yourself to make something happen if you don't want to feel this Ten of Cups reversed, because I'm almost kind of getting here. This is important for the rest of your life, right? Like, you can't mooch off of other people. and expect yourself to be okay in life. You just can't. And like I said, that's typically something I've noticed with people that are coddled growing up. So maybe you were coddled. There's no shame in your game, but it's like you have to be able to realize, like, okay, I understand that, like, because childhood ends. Typically, if you have a healthy or a normal childhood, right? Your childhood should be teaching you how to be a self-sufficient adult. A lot of people don't make it there. And I'm not saying this to take a shot. A lot of Gen Z didn't make it there, I've noticed. But it's like a lot of Gen Z, I've noticed, don't have that work ethic. It's like this permanent infantilization where it's like, oh, you know, life is just a dream, shaboom, you know what I'm saying? And I can just play around. I want to be a TikToker. I want to be a this. I want to be a that. And there's nothing wrong with that. But we do need doctors. We do need lawyers, you know, we do need nurses, we do need, you know, it's neonatal, whatever the fuck, like, we need a lot of different things, but it's like this desire to stay in this infantilized state where, you know, where your parents give you everything, you don't have to worry about, I could just go hang out with my friends and go play. This is not where we're at, baby, because what happens when, like, your loved ones pass away? What happens when you get a divorce? What happens when your roommates kick you out? Then what? It's like that, Gemini. So that's what I have for career and finance. I apologize if that sounded a little bit pointed, but I'm just reporting what I see. Okay, so now we're gonna get into love and romance. This is my favorite. I'm kind of scared. Okay, so what do we have for love and romance for the month of January? For Geminis, I'm hearing Capricorn. Some of you guys might be dealing with a Capricorn and a Gemini. We have, I'm not ready for this connection. I'm falling out of love with you. Okay. Somebody could have a skater style, like somebody could be a skateboarder. Somebody could also be like more like an urban, like street style. I'll do like 4 more. I'm trying to make you jealous is here. I don't want to argue anymore is also here. Is it 2 more? All right, perfect. Somebody could have lots of tattoos and piercings. Then we have secrets. Okay, Gemini. We'll get into the tarot. For some of you guys, what can Gemini expect for love in the month of January? There goes that King of Cups reverse. So for some of you guys, maybe the career and finance is tied to love. Like I said, bitch, what did I say? King of Cups reverse came out, and then we have an Ace of Pentacles. So there's something here about money. We have Aquarius energy here too. We have heavy Scorpio. This might be what the dark feelings are, Gemini. This might actually be what's spurring all of this. I'm hearing destitute. Destitute. I'm hearing somebody might get high a lot, but anyways, Gemini, I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. I don't know if this is you or somebody else. Somebody is done. Somebody's done. This could be you or this could be them. Whoever this King of Cups is, because he came out in the finances, this person or you is done. Somebody almost feels like divine intervention done. This person could have like been paying for something for you or giving you a gift, or you could have been paying for this individual. This person saw nothing from it. So I'm starting to think this is like a general message altogether. But this could be you as well. This person, it's like they're beginning to see some codependent tendencies in themselves that they want to heal from. It's like they feel like it's like divinely guided to heal from this codependency. It's almost kind of like this person is sick of just looking good and not feeling good, or looking like something is good but it's not actually good. So I'm not sure if you and this person had like an aesthetic relationship or something like that, where it's like a, or even like a financial bind, where it's like, you know, some people get married because of financials, like just to solidify things. This person looks like they're done with that. The clarity on the first row. Oh, okay. I'm hearing sold you a dream, or sold them a dream. Somebody feels like they were sold a dream and they're not happy about it. Whether this is you or them, just do it with me. But whoever this King of Cups is, they feel justified in shutting themselves off from you. Because remember, we had the I'm falling out of love. I don't want to argue anymore. I'm almost kind of getting, Gemini, whoever this person is feels like, or it could be you, put it where it belongs, feels like they were in a very toxic connection before. And if this person is being very, like, I'm hearing jutted, but if this person is being very like cold, cut, like calculated, like just totally shut off from you, or if they're like baiting and switching or like whatever, the reason why they're doing that is they feel justified. They feel like the relationship with you, yeah, I don't want to argue anymore. The relationship with you was a lesson in themselves. It's like they realize something in themselves. Put it where it belongs. Whoever this person is feels like the relationship with you or your relationship with them was for a divine lesson. Okay. Didn't I say there was some gossip that came out in the career? Some gossip came out and then somebody got dropped, but they were happy to drop that person. So honestly, Gemini, this is going to sound really hurtful. Trigger warning. If this person is not you, a secret could have come out about you, but they were already ready to go. Like they wanted to leave. Maybe they just didn't. I don't know if it was like a toxic connection or whether there was something else going on. Whoever this person is, this sounds so hurtful and I'm sorry, Gemini. They wanted to leave you. They wanted to leave. They didn't want to be in the connection. And for whatever reason, they might have felt trapped in it. And it's like the secret came out. And as soon as the secret came out, especially if you notice like a secret came out and then suddenly this person was like washed their hands, they were done, they didn't give a fuck anymore. Like they might have been a little bit nice, but it was just kind of like not nice, but you know what I'm saying. It's like as soon as like the secret came out, they were done with you. It was just like, okay, bye. Nope, don't call me, don't text me, don't no, we're good, bye. And you were like, if you were like, oh, you know, like let's try to work it out, it's like this, I'm hearing one and done. Like this person didn't want to work it out with you. Yeah, we have I'm falling out of love, I'm not ready for this connection, I'm trying to make you jealous. Almost kind of makes me feel like whoever this person is, if they're being a dick, it's because this sounds really hurtful. They want you to go away. That's what it sounds like. Clarity on the center row. It's like they're hoping being a dick will make you go away. Yeah, they don't see this going anywhere. Gemini, they don't see it going anywhere. They don't see it going anywhere. They're walking away from it. They feel good about walking away from it. I'm not sure who needed to hear that. It's like they felt like this was a lesson and they're done with it. How does Gemini feel about this person? This is the person that you were living off of. Or maybe you had a family with. Oh, there's your energy here, Gemini. You're not happy about it. Okay. Yeah, I can only read the messages that come through here. I'm not going to try to change it or sugarcoat it. You could have lost a lot of money with this person. Remember I said if he can feed you, he can starve you. But this person is done, Gemini. Maybe you're trying to fight to get back together with this person. I don't know who needs to hear this. This person has no intent of getting back with you, Gemini. They don't want to be with you anymore. I'm hoping that's not a trigger warning. It could also be you. Whoever this person is, they want nothing to do with this anymore. It's like they wash their hands clean of it. And they're done. They're done. You see further clarity on this? Then we have the Queen of Pentacles and I won't go too deep into that. For some of you guys, I'm hearing for some of you guys, they might want to end some sort of player lifestyle. I don't know. I don't know, Gemini. I don't know. It's just, there's something about wanting to end a player lifestyle and to like plan a future, like a stable, healthy future is really what's coming through here, okay? They don't want to be in cycles of cheating anymore. They don't want to be in cycles where they're giving so much and people aren't giving back. They want to feel what it's like to be reciprocated. With this I'm trying to make you jealous card, and this is another trigger warning. They could already like be in a totally new situation. And that could also be why they're being so cutthroat. It's like a go away. I don't know how to describe it. I'm getting a knot in my stomach. I'm sorry, Gemini. This is really hurtful. It's like a like I don't want to be bothered anymore. It's like they're trying to regardless, they're moving on, Gemini. That's all that matters, okay? So you should move on too. You should move on too. Especially because whatever it is, if you're trying to force it to work, you're just gonna hurt yourself and embarrass yourself. And it's like, maybe it's better to process the separation and process the heavy and difficult emotions that come with it than to force yourself to stay somewhere where ultimately you're not wanted. I'm not saying that to take a shot at you. I'm saying that lovingly because, as you know, somebody who's been in similar situations, it's like, don't fight for somebody that doesn't fight for you. You know what I'm saying? Don't chase somebody that does not want to be chased. If somebody is showing you, final message for Gemini, if somebody is showing you that they don't want no parts, don't try to force it, especially if it was toxic to begin with. I don't even want to say this to you, Gemini. I'm not gonna fully say what I'm saying. This person has moved on. Okay? Whether it be an employer, whether it be like your ex or something, this person has moved on in more ways than one. I'm talking like financially they've moved on, career-wise they've moved on, romantically they've moved on. So maybe it's a good time in January to process those emotions and to let it go. But it's been like 40 minutes, Gemini. That's what I have for you. Sending you lots of love. Keep yourself in high spirits. Please do, because this sounds traumatic as hell. And I'm not like a lot of people, believe it or not. I'm not one to celebrate somebody else being in pain. So I really do hope, Gemini, that you're doing okay, and that I know that you'll get past this and life does really move on, and there's much better things for you forward, not behind, okay? I'm sending you lots of love, and I'll see you later. Ciao!